One story that I always took from my grandfather is a story he told about a group of mice, but it's something that was near and dear to my heart. So I hope it sticks with you as it stuck with me for 31 long years from the time I heard my grandfather tell this story. But there was a group of mice and they were plagued by a cat, and the cat attacked them, and the cat would prey on the colony of mice and always took one every day. And the mice got together one day and they had a conversation and they talked and arranged a meeting to figure out what they were going to do about this cat. How are they going to solve this problem? And shouting arranged, and I can't tell the story as good as my grandfather, so forgive me. But the mice arranged a council trying to figure out what they were going to do about this cat. And eventually the mice all raised their voices and trying to come up with different solutions. How we're going to deal with this,
One of the little mice would sneak over into the university and hang around the classroom, and he picked up some knowledge and strategy, stuff like that. And he came back to the council of the mouse family and said he wanted to make a suggestion.
It was a young mouse. Came to the group and said, I have an idea. I have a plan for how we're going to deal with this cat. And the elders sat down and listened, and they circled around the young mouse, and the young mouse said, I know what we're going to do.
It's not that the cat is so swift. It's just he's so quiet. We can't hear him. When we recognize he's there, it's too late. He devours us. But I have a solution.
What we're going to do is we're going to put a bell on the cat. Because if we put a bell on the cat, we'll hear the cat coming and we'll know what the cat is doing. And everybody rejoiced. The entire community was so excited that they had a plan. We're going to bell the cat. Okay.
One old mouse asked for the floor. And he said, I don't mean to be a party pooper, but I do have one question. Wonderful idea. I don't know why we hadn't thought about it before, but I have one question. Who?
Who's gonna bell this cat? And when I look at all 39 of you all, that's the question before us all, right? Who is gonna bell this cat? And that's the story I took from my grandfather, and for years I pondered that question. Who is gonna actually bell that cat? And the answer is staring us all in the face.
All the challenges of life, all of these things, God has a plan. And God has given us the plan. And the question is, will you accept the responsibility? Who gonna lead the team? Who gonna bell the cat?
We are gonna bell that cat. All of us are gonna bell that cat. All the difficulty, the struggles, the challenge, whether it's coronavirus, whether it's imprisonment, whether it's poverty, whether it's hunger, these are all different variations of this cat, this idea, this challenge that's going to manifest itself before our time. It's something that we are going to have to deal with. Climate change, poverty, whatever it is. This is our cat. And we are going to have to bell this creature. We're going to have to decide how this solution is created. It's on us. People like my grandfather, people like my grandmother, they taught us the words. They taught us the path. if we're going to truly transform the world the way my grandfather and my grandmother thought we were, we have to carry this message forward. We have to be the change that we thought we would be.
Each of us has to assume responsibility. We must lead the charge. You can't sit around waiting for somebody else to do it. You have to do it. You have to assume responsibility. If the cat's gonna get bailed, you got to do it. If we're gonna save the next generation of young folk, we got to bail the cat. It's your responsibility. I call it the moral imperative. God has given us a moral imperative, and we must seize the challenge, take the challenge. We've got mountains to climb. We've got grief to overcome. We've got burdens to bear. Jesus walked this lonesome valley, and the song said, you got to walk it for yourself. Who's going to bail the cat?
We lost the best part of ourselves. The person that taught us all a piece of ourselves. And it's hard. I love you all. I'm glad to see what you've become, but we can't quit. We got work to do. We got cats to bail. Each of us. We got cats to bail. So we got to stand up. That moment when you're tired, that moment when you feel weak, that moment when you feel weary, just know that there's a person looking down on you who believed in every bit of what you could be. And find that extra bit of energy. Push more. Because that cat has to be bailed. Has to be bailed.